AITA for being the reason my younger siblings said no to being adopted by our stepmom. I'm 16 and the oldest of 4. My siblings are Kalia 13F, Thea 11F and Dex 10M. Our mom died 8 years ago. Kalia and I are the only ones who remember her, and I remember her more than Cal does, but we have always shared stories of our mom with Thea and Dex. I also have a bunch of photos and videos they've seen, and they do ask about her, including to her dad sometimes. 2 years after mom died, my dad met my stepmom and married her pretty quickly 7-ish months later. At the time they spoke about her adopting the 4 of us. I said no. There was some debate between them and they decided to hold off until she could adopt all 4 of us. She was still new to me, so I found it incredibly weird to have someone offer to adopt me 5 months after I met them, and especially when she and my dad were both aware that I remembered mom. None of my siblings have ever called our stepmom mom. Thea and Dex call her by a nickname, and Kalia calls her by her name like me, but my siblings consider her a parent, while I consider her more my dad's wife. The adoption topic never really went away, and a couple of years ago I did some research and learned that adoption would alter my birth certificate and I would be issued with a new one if I agreed. My stepmom's name would replace my mom's name as my mother. I did a lot of research on the topic because I knew the issue would reach a boiling point eventually. I even got to web chat with a local lawyer who knew the details of that stuff. A couple of months ago my siblings asked me why I mentioned downsides to being adopted, and I told them stepmom's name would replace mom's on our birth certificates and I did not want her to replace mom on mine. I showed them what I found. Kalia understood and Thea and Dex got it. When we put it into more kid-friendly terms, my dad and stepmom brought up the adoption again last week, and Dad said it would be the last time or they would proceed with her adopting my siblings. I said my answer remained no and gave them a very detailed speech on why. My stepmom said I could always frame my original birth certificate if that would make it better and people would see it, but I would still be adopted and be her son. I said no. When they did go to my siblings they all said no and all said they didn't realize mom's name would be erased and they didn't want that. My dad and stepmom tried to coax them out of their no, but they all said they didn't want it, and Kalia said they only ever said yes because they felt like they should, not because they really wanted to be adopted. My dad was furious with me and said it was all my fault and I had made them change their minds. He said I robbed them of the security adoption would provide and effectively made sure they would never truly see our stepmom as mom after such a big line in the sand was drawn. AITA,